Downsizing and full-timing. Those are two words that are hard to put together. Let's talk about how we went from a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home to downsizing into a RV.
These skies have a different light, white noise that keeps me up at night. I can't help but think back to you.
RV. That's what this video is going to be about. We've been full-timing for about 2 years, and for that we did have RV experience and RV history, but we weren't full-timing. So that changes the calculus a little bit about the downsizing element. So let's start with the first thing I wish I would have done and that you should consider is we were full-timing and we still had a house that we didn't live at, right? So we kind of had somewhat of a crutch there. So we still had stuff, and we brought what we wanted in the RV and thought, we did go back into town, we could always shift stuff around. So that was a little bit of a crutch. So what I would have changed there is I would have said, okay, you got a month, 2 months to figure out what you're going to need, and then just get rid of this stuff, because it was painful on the back end getting rid of it. So if you're going to go from living in a home to downsizing, it could be an apartment for that matter. The more time you can give yourself, the better, but set some time break points, all right? So, hey, in a month, I'm either going to decide what to do with all my tools, or I'm going to sell them or give them away or whatever. Because it's tough. You start going through, and we had a home, and I had a barn and a workshop. I mean, going through this stuff was work to begin with. And then you don't want to get rid of any of it. Let's just use a tool example. So, start early. And give yourself some hard deadlines, though, because it'll just drag on, and that's what happened to us. It dragged on and on and on, and finally, all of a sudden, guess what? We got a contract on the house. It's being sold in 10 days. So then it was the mad dash to get the stuff gone. And whether it be, tools or clothes or you name it, if I would have taken the time, and just with hard deadlines, though, because it took plenty of time, I didn't have hard deadlines to get rid of stuff, that would have been a big improvement in the process of going from, living in a regular sticks and bricks home to going to an RV. Next thing is going to be, make a list of stuff you think you're going to want in your RV. And that way you can go, okay, here's the stuff I want. And you don't start bringing in stuff it's not on your list, right? So you start going through this process, and you may go, here's what I want, but I'll bring this in because I got plenty of bay space. Yeah, you may have plenty of space, but you may not need it. That's the hard part about the downsizing. Again, you're getting rid of stuff that you've had for so long. And, you've got all this stuff that's got to go. You think you could use it. There's that 1% chance you may use it. But you really don't need it. It's a real problem. Hey, if you like the content here, please subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. Participate in the channel. Give me, some comments about what you did, what you didn't do. That'd be great. And pass along if anybody that can help, the content here to your friends. Another thing regard to minimizing or even the minimalism, that's a new buzzword now. The RV will get you there, is the more test runs you can do and making lists of stuff that you don't need, it's mission critical, but on that test run you write it down, you go, let me see if I really want that in 2 days. Do I really need that? Because a lot of stuff you'll really need, and you'll use it once a year, or once every few years, but that's really not going to fit well into the RV lifestyle full time, because you just don't have the space for it. For all those little things that I could use once in a while. And let me give you an example, a battery charger. I need a battery charger. Provided I take care of my RV, most of the batteries should be charged for my charger, inverter charger, it should be taken care of, but boy, it's nice to have a battery charger when I need one, to test the battery. So you run up against that. I bought one, and I sat there and used it, and kind of really didn't need it. I sent it back. You just don't have the space for it. What you start doing when you are downsizing is you get it downsized, your RV, and then you start back slipping, All of a sudden you look around, your couch has got stuff on it. Your bays are full. And that's what's happened to us, at least, and it's been really cathartic to realize I can only bring so much stuff in here, which is good. But it's very quickly you downsize, the next thing you're going backwards. So the next thing in downsizing that I would say, at least I'm talking about for men, is I went from having lots of clothes I just didn't get rid of, right? I had stuff from 20 years ago, had to get rid of those, to saying, what's kind of a utilitarian piece of clothing? What could I wear? What I mean by that is, I could wear that as kind of dressed up if I had to go somewhere that required slacks, or it could be comfortable. So I started trying to get more things, and I'll put some links below, like pants that look like they could be khakis and hold a crease if necessary, but yet they're comfortable pants like a pair of jeans. In other words, so trying to get more dual-purpose clothing. That was a big thing. Tried to get things that, if it was going to be a white shirt, I just tried not to have it. So things that weren't going to, go bad fast, like a white shirt's going to get all nasty from being washed. Dual-purpose stuff. And that made a difference on the amount of stuff you need clothes-wise, because in the house, big closet, I would say if the closet was this big, I use that much of it. And I just didn't get rid of this stuff. It was hard to say, it's still a good shirt, I may wear it. And I had the space for it, wasn't a problem. I don't have the space in here. Surprisingly, once we did downsize, I realized, even then I was like, I have a lot of stuff. So these things have a lot of room. Granted, we've got some videos here to show our RV that we full-time in. It's a big one, 45 feet, right? Lots of space. And it's easy to fill up. So, as you get downsized with a big home and your RV, you'll realize you start filling it up again with stuff, even if you got the space. So it's a constant battle, at least for us, to stay downsized, stay minimal, in that case. Another tip I would say when you're downsizing, that it's kind of a no-brainer when you say, hey, sell stuff, right? You're going to go, well, no kidding, right? Sell stuff. But when I say sell it, things I did that was helpful is I went and got an eBay account, and got a PayPal account, and I could take my telephone and just go, okay, I got this backpack that I've had for 5 years, take a picture of it, sell it on eBay, and I probably would have sold, 3/4 of the stuff I either gave away or took to a charity on eBay if I had the time. Like I said, the number one item here, if I had the time, I could have sold it, or even taken it to one of those eBay facilities that brokers it for you. So selling your stuff, eBay was a real, pro tip I wish I would have done way sooner, because, it's easy to sell, and if you do it all at once, what I mean by that is you list all your stuff at once, you can ship it all at once, and it's not a real big headache. Next thing we did was I did a yard sale, but here's how I teed the yard sale. I put it all on Craigslist, right? Freebie Craigslist. And I said, we're having a yard sale on Saturday. If you want it, here's what it'll be. So that way I didn't have the Craigslist where I've got 20 things on Craigslist and I'm dealing with 20 different people or 50 different people looking at it. I just said, here's the stuff on Saturday, whatever day, we're having a yard sale, be there. And that made a big difference, because then I wasn't dealing with all these people coming and going and not showing up, and I got stuff sold. So that's another pro tip, definitely, if you're trying to sell stuff. A, get ahead of it, time-wise, but B, the eBay and Craigslist, and try to batch the stuff so you're not wasting piles and piles of time. Because another thing about, minimizing, downsizing when you go full-time, and don't fall into this trap, is putting stuff into storage. So you say, well, there's certain things, Jamie, I got antiques I want to keep, I got family heirlooms. Okay, well, that's maybe enough for discussion. But a lot of stuff you can get, paperwork, pictures, you can get that scanned in and, give, if you want the hard copies, have a relative keep it for you. So what I'm saying on the storage side is there was lots of stuff we go, okay, dishes, for example, pots and pans, nice stuff. I said to my wife, I go, okay, we're going to spend $500-600 a month over a year, so maybe $5,000 or $6,000 to store this stuff, and it's not even worth it. I mean, take aside what we could sell it for, just the sheer fact of what's the stuff worth that you're going to store. Because everybody's got the friend who's storing stuff in a storage locker, and they've had it there for 5 years, and you look at it, it's just a bunch of junk. So hold back on yourself in the storage. Now, if you don't have the time, let's just say you sold your house and in a pinch, and I got this garage full of stuff I want to sift through. Okay, I could see storing that. Because we did do that when we sold the house, and I had some stuff I thought, well, I just don't want to give it away or get rid of it right now. I did take it somewhere else, so I cheated a little bit. Another place to take it, another property I owned, to take it on an outbuilding. And a lot of it was stuff that was of value, and I was still, again, I'm still trying to give it away, find a home for it. So I haven't even fully downsized, you know, to tell the truth. That, as we sit here on this video, thinking about, I got some stuff over here, and but the more stuff you can get to family members, you know, even if they say, hey, can you use this tool? I may want it back if I move back into a home. Or over time, a lot of this stuff I've told my dad, just keep it. Don't even worry about giving it back to me because I'm probably not going to use it. That ship has sailed. Hey, thanks for watching.